Hello. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, baby? What's going on? All right. We got a lot to talk about. I just want to check in with you guys to make sure you guys doing all right. Are y'all doing all right today? All right. Press a two if you are blessed. All right. Let me know. Press that two if you blessed. All right, today is it's crazy. The headlines and the stories I got to tell y'all about this industry. You're not going to believe what I have to tell you guys in this live. How you guys doing? Hey Lisa. Hey Tyler. How you doing, baby? All right. Hey 420 Jenkins, come on in, you guys. Comment, let me know that you are here so I can shout you out. Yes, I see you. I see you, okay? All right. Yes, come on in. Comment where you guys from. Tell me what city and state y'all from. Talk to your girl. Let's get to know each other, okay? All right. Hey Joseph, how you doing, baby? What's up, Joe? Okay. Hey, reinvent yourself. I know that's right. Listen, reinvent yourself. Reinvent myself all the time whenever I feel like it. Morning, afternoon, evening. If I feel like a reinvention, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I feel you on that name. All right. Come on, Texas. I got to come down to Texas. They said everything down there is big. Is it true? You know, I like them big, Tyler. Okay. Hey, command, mom. How's it going crazy, man, mom? You know I messed up your name, but mom, what's up, boo? Elizabeth, you know I love that southern name, Elizabeth, because of Queen Elizabeth. Shout out to Carolina. Okay, North Carolina. Come on, Kanisha, girl. Didn't you name me earlier? You named me Lauren, honey. All right, beautiful soul. Hey, I see you out there. Okay, Herms, Georgia, Atlanta. Okay, ATL, shouting when we hanging out. Okay. Well, you know I be in Georgia all the time, baby. Okay, when we hanging out. Hey, child, you look pretty. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can y'all hit that like button? Did y'all hit that like button for me? Yes. Hit that like button. Make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you subscribe, baby. Come on, Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay. You know, I used to go to Cedar Point, Ohio, Cedar Point, because you know I'm from Detroit, girl. Yeah. I'm from Detroit, baby. What up, Miss Turner? How you doing, moderator? How you feeling? Nashville, Tennessee. Mama Cat. Did you know my grandma and my grandfather is from Knoxville, Tennessee? So, you know, I already feel connected to you, baby, because I got Tennessee in my blood, okay? Even though I really don't be over in Tennessee, but I'm going to have to start, honey, okay? I may have to find me a man in Tennessee, baby, okay? All right. Okay. Minnie's home. Okay, okay. You listen, I'm gonna need you to call me up and help me with that pronunciation. You know I struggle. You know the struggle is real. Okay. Hey Shirley girl, what's up, baby? You know I love Shirley. Okay. Kansas City, I see you up in here. Hey Lisa. Okay, Philip, how you doing? Omar, baby. What's going on? Oh, Philip, I got the deets on Tamar and Monique. I'm gonna fill you in. I'm gonna fill you. Are you ready? Get your cups ready, baby. Okay. Okay, hey Carmen, Texas, Houston. Yeah, I like a big. Is it true what they say about Texas, Carmen? Are the men are they all packing? Don't disappoint me like they did in Africa. Okay, they had them African Nigerian men up here in America, honey. I'm looking at the package. It ain't packaging. I might as well stick with my African American men. You know what I'm saying? But they say Texas, they doing big. I never had a Texas man before. Never had a Texas man, but I want to try it. I want to go around all 50 states. Yeah, okay. I want to try every man. I want to have an Alaska man, a North Carolina man, a Kentucky man, a North Dakota man. I want to try all of them, you know? I want to try a Rhode Island man. Ooh, I never had that. I wonder how that tastes like, how it feels. How does it feel? How does it feel to have Rhode Island up in you? I don't know. I've never met a Rhode Island man before. What's up, OG Patricia girl? OG, are you calling in? Honey, you know you the fan favorite. Honey, they don't even want to hear what I gotta say. When OG come up here, honey, oh, thank you. Please let OG. I love OG. OG, come up here, girl. Okay, I love when OG come. I love when other people get shine. You guys know I'm all about that. You know, I've always been about giving my platform to the people. You know, well, let me put my link on up, okay? I know y'all said, well, you don't got where the link at then. Where the link at then? Let me put the link on up because I know OG, she better have something to say about this Tyler Perry and this stuff right here. Call in link. I'm putting the link up here. Give me a minute. You know, I get kind of nervous, honey. I'm getting nervous. All right. So I'm going to post a link up here just in case anybody want to come up here and got something to say about anybody we're talking about. So let's get these likes up, you guys. That really help us, appreciate us. All right. Hey, ATL. Random, you an ATL? You know I be an ATL girl. Oh, she said ATL meal or Hershey flavor. I already had some of ATL, honey. Okay. It ain't hitting. It ain't them ATL men, they ain't hitting like that. Okay. I want something different. I had the Florida man. Okay. I've never had the Texas man. I had the LA man. Now, Detroit man, I had that, but it's been a long time since I had me a Detroit man. Chicago man, I had some of that. I like that. New York man, I love the flavor. Sometimes y'all short in the package, but y'all big with the attitude and the aggression. And you know, I love my men masculine and I love my men aggressive. And New York, it gives me that. I love that. But I need y'all behind downstairs. I need y'all to match your energy. It needs to match. Downstairs package with the aggression, it needs to match, man. I get very disappointed when you so aggressive and you so manly, but you really not manly downstairs. It ain't matching. Okay. Now, see, I can't respect you like I wanted to. Okay. All right. So let's get on here. You guys know it's late night, so you guys know I can get kind of silly. So I want to let you guys know what's going on with Tamar Braxton. You guys got to pray for her. When I tell you the girl is going through a lot, I'll put up a post what she put up here and had everybody screaming. Okay, it had everybody screaming. I want you guys to see it for yourself, and I'm going to read some of the notes from it. Y'all have to pray for Tamar. All right. So this is what she put up earlier today. Had everybody screaming in their mama. Want to let you guys know. Her friend found Tamar in the pool of blood. It was Tamar's blood. Okay. Her nose was messed up. She paid all that good money for that nose. Girl, it's messed up. Nose is fractured. She got to go under the table again. She got to get surgery again. They said the teeth was missing. Her teeth all jacked up. The teeth fell out. She says she's weak. She can't even talk. This is Tamar. Okay. That ain't a fainting spell. People are saying she did not faint. This is something serious. This is like a full blown crisis Tamar Braxton is going through. That's why you all need to pray for her. The girl said, I don't even know what happened to me. So she can't even tell you what happened to her because she don't even know what happened to her. She said, now y'all tell me how you wake up busted, bloody, and don't know why. She said that is scary. Hell yeah, that's scary. Just to let you guys know more history about Tamar's health. In 2020, she was hospitalized after a dark mental health scare. In 2015, she had blood clog. She had rib surgery, breathing issues. Just a couple of years back, Tamar has fought health battles before, but this right here is so different. It takes a cake. This time, her own faith was destroyed. And if you know Tamar Faith, she is very sensitive about her face, what people say about her. She wants to be pretty. She wants to be desirable. So for her to come out here and even tell us that, I mean, that's wow. If it was me, I would have just kept this to myself. But clearly, it is something really tragic that's going on with her to even confess that, because who knew? Nobody knew. Nobody was asking. She just came out here with the blue moon. I would have just waited till I got healed up, and then I would have came back like nothing ever happened. You know me, I'm secretive girl. Okay, y'all don't know half the shit I've been through. Okay, unless I tell you. But Tamar, she took upon herself to come out. Now, a lot of people felt like the reason why Tamar came out, I don't believe this. I don't want to believe this, but they were saying, K. Michelle, she came out with some news that she's going to be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta. They said Tamar could not take that news and she just had to upstage her with this story. I don't think that is true. I don't think Tamar or anybody would lie about their health. But then again, this is Hollywood, maybe so, but I don't want to believe that, So, oh yeah, and did I tell you guys, K. Michelle, she's going to be in Real Housewives of Atlanta. Congratulations to her. Okay, but going back to Tamar Braxton, what do you guys think? Her teeth was missing, her face messed up, nose fractured. She don't even know what happened to her. She woke up, all the blood in her face from her. That is crazy. Where was her kids? Does she got a boyfriend? I don't know. Who does she stay with? She, I don't, man, this is crazy out here. And she's dealing with so much. And I want to see what you guys have to say about it. Okay. We got somebody coming up here, Mel, New York City. How you doing, Mel?
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. So glad that you're up here. Tell me, Tamar Braxton, what did you think?
You know what? I think it's scary. I think that after all these years, it seemed like it's escalating for her. When you read off I remember those, her, as you said, dark mental time, and just, even the allegations she said at the end of her marriage was dark. A lot of people is, having concerns about Wendy Williams' conservatorship, and people were worried about Britney Spears' conservatorship. But I'm thinking that maybe Miss Tamar may need one, because every year it's getting worse and worse. And I'm not even joking. I'm worried for the woman. I don't, I'm not really the biggest Tamar fan, but when I heard this a couple of hours ago, that her face was, that she probably won't be out in public until the holidays, probably because of all the surgery that's going to be needed. It's sad. It's sad. She's a beautiful lady, but there's something wrong. There's something wrong. Something, I won't say mentally, but something is just weighing on her. Obviously, her sister passing, but before that, there was some issues too. So, yeah, I think she needs help, some serious help. I'm not even sure if it's an intervention, but I do believe she needs some conservators. I think she needs people around her. I think this might be the appropriate candidate for conservatorship. I really do. I mean, I don't think Wendy may need one, and Brittany and all of them, but I think Tamar needs somebody to watch her. She looks, in that video, she looked beautiful, nice dress, and looking nice and all that. But every year something deeper keep happening. I don't want it to be a car crash. Again, I'm not calling nothing into existence. I don't want no car crash, no, not waking up because you took the wrong, allergy pill or whatever at night, or I don't want none of that to happen. So she needs help, desperate help.
You absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. She is always going down the rabbit hole, and it seems like she's fighting for fame. She wants attention. And I think a lot of these people that are celebrity driven, they are suffering from something upstairs. Stay right there. We have OG. We're going to bring her on. Hey, OG, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, Missy? Good evening. How you doing? How's everybody?
Good. We are so delighted to have you here, and we are dying to hear from you, OG. What are your thoughts about Miss Tamar? Did you hear the bloody story?
Yes, well, it's always a pleasure for you to invite me on your platform. I appreciate that. Listen, I'm totally shocked at this story. Like I literally just saw Tamar in concert here where I live in Arizona 2 months ago. She was on tour with October London, and I was able to go backstage and meet her, and I met October. And I told Tamar about a time when I met her in Chicago when she first came out and had this single back in, I want to say, what was that, like maybe like the 90s, late 90s, early 2000, when she came out with her first single. Had a little success from that. And at the time I was managing a girls group, and my girls group actually got to open up for her. So I was telling her that story and she remembered it. But I am shocked that from what she has posted on her Instagram page about waking up in a pool of blood, 4 teeth knocked out, fractured nose, like after a night out with friends. Now, the story is that she was out partying with Funky Diva. I thought they had fell out. I guess they kissed and made up. I don't know, but she was out with him and some other people. He's claiming, after he went home, he thought she went home and he don't know what happened or whatever. But it's problematic for me when I think the way Funky Diva is addressing it, right? Like what he's saying. It's funny how he calling her the lady and all of this and that, and it's sounds sort of indirect. And this is somebody you literally just party with, and now all of a sudden, I don't know what happened to the lady, and I don't know. I don't understand that whole scenario, but it sounds like, because you can get so drunk, right? But this doesn't sound like that. This sounds like she was allegedly possibly drugged, given something at that party, or when she got home, if she had company in her house after that, and maybe she knows it, or maybe she did it, took something herself and didn't know what it was. It's something that ain't right with that, because to wake up in a pool of blood and don't have a memory of how it happened, that sounds like some type of drug where you lose your memory and you can't remember what happened. Because even with alcohol, sometimes you still can remember the night after or whatever. Even if you sick or got like a hangover or whatever, you still pretty much can remember. But the whole passing out sounds like she fell on her face, possibly, or whatever happened to her. She maybe got hit in the face or fell on her face, because to have a fractured nose, 4 teeth knocked out, her mobility is gone. And that's the thing that's questionable. When your mobility is gone, 9 times out of 10, you possibly have drugs in your system. So I hope she's getting a toxicology report on herself, because I know she allegedly texted Funky Diva to ask for Dr. Heavenly's number to get dental work done. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna have to get her nose done again, like you were saying, Messy. But this is just very sus to me, and to just know that I just literally saw her 2 months ago. I was like, oh my God, are you really kidding me right now? Like, yeah, it's sus. This whole situation is sus.
Where are the cameras? Every celebrity have cameras.
Yeah, you would think she would have cameras going into her complex where she lives.
Yes. What happened to her? Was she
Possibly cameras in our house.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah.
But can I say this too? Hello, Miss OG Patrice. I was going to say, hi. You know what? I think that what you're saying, again, I didn't know all the other stuff because I'm just learning now about what's going on. It could be true, but my question still is that, as you were saying, Gigi, her pattern. There's a pattern after all these years of these things. So let's just say in this event that something horrific happened. Somebody played a terrible, something, and then now something was in her drink or something, and this happened. My question, my concern, I shouldn't say, it's not a question, because I actually don't have no judgment for Miss Tamar at all tonight. I'm actually very nervous for her. My concern for her is that, again, these patterns of confusion, your life is a very dark soap opera at this point, because you have all these, situations which you're not responsible for, your bad marriage and, some other things you got going. But the thing is, your life has become a very toxic, dangerous soap opera. And at one point, I'm going to need you to sit down, whether you're responsible or not, and go, okay, you know what? Either I'm around the wrong people or I'm making the wrong choices when it comes to other people. There's something that got to stop, this cycle. that every couple of years something horrific happened. Either you've caused some kind of feud with some person, or now this evening we find out that you don't remember this horrific accident or something that happened that's deformed you for a little while, or maybe just modified your look or whatever. So it's like a toxic soap opera, and for me that would be scary. That's very scary to live that kind of that life where you don't know in 2026 will there be another feud or will there be another
Of
medical
course.
issue? Of course, you said. Right.
Yes. I mean, that is her MO. And
Oh,
she's very careless and
mhm.
she's not aware of the people that she hangs with. And thank
Yes.
you, OG. This is my first time heard about Funky Diva is in the mix. And
Yeah.
it sounds like she was just partying with him. I heard that she's on prep, you know? Didn't
Mhm.
she do a commercial about prep or something like that, OG?
Did she do a commercial about what? I'm sorry.
Did she say something about prep? Do you guys heard that, or am I just
No. No,
No.
I didn't.
Oh, Lord.
you didn't hear that either? Did I just
No,
make that up? Did I just make that up?
I
Okay,
didn't hear it.
press
I,
two. If you guys heard that as well. I heard that she was telling people to get on prep. That she's a woman. She's on prep. I
Ooh.
guess because she's in Atlanta and she
Uh-huh.
dates a lot of Atlanta guys, and she don't know who she's having sex with, and I guess she hangs out with a lot of gay men as well.
Come on now. Listen.
Okay,
Whoa.
so Kanisha said she heard it. Okay, so I'm
Uh-oh. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
okay.
Okay. Good. So yeah, I know about so Gigi. And living in New York City, I know about Mr. Pratt. That's for sure. But so yeah, I know about it very well up here. But
So
yeah, that made me laugh. So yeah, because listen, you're right. When a woman takes that, that means that she's questioning the lifestyle of the guys that she's engaged with, because you don't know what if you.
yeah, it seems like she lived a wild
Oh my
lifestyle.
gosh.
But it seems to me, if I just have to make an assumption, I don't know. She was partying with Funky Diva. Funky Diva has a history, allegedly, to
Mm,
party, right? Right? Am
yeah,
I the only one hearing this?
I heard it before. Mhm.
Okay.
I heard it too.
So if she's just like lolly lolly la, let me try some. Let me try some of this. Let me try some of that. Who knows what she's mixing things up with.
Mm,
And I don't know. Is Funky Diva, is he the type of friend to say, "Hey girl, you don't seem like you're doing well. I'm gonna walk you home. I'm gonna take my friend into the night because she seems kind of off." I would think it would be signs that she was kind of off that day, right? Or that night. What do you guys think? Do you think it was signs
well,
she was perfectly fine and hit her later? Or is it something that she took on her own? Or it's just something that just happened because she has issues with her health?
mhm. Well, when it
What,
comes to
what,
Funky Diva, again, I'll be very transparent with you, Gigi and Miss Patrice. I'm not a fan of his, so I might be biased. I find it as a gay man. I'm going to say that he's a disgrace in my opinion, because I feel like he's way too cold blooded when it comes to black women. That's just what I feel. He is way too cold blooded.
I actually agree with that, Mel. And
Yeah.
I was actually shocked that him and Tamar were out together after they had fallen out, and all the disparaging things that Funky Diva has said about black women. Like, I don't even know why black women and mostly black women are his supporters and subscribers over there on his channel. And I just don't get it. It's like the cognitive dissonance for me when it comes to black women, when they listen to men or whoever disparage black women, but they
Mhm.
have this need to always want to crawl back and be needed and wanted and accepted by people that obviously don't like you like that. I don't get
Right.
that. So
Yes.
when
Mhm.
so when him and Tamar, got back, obviously kissed and made up, I was surprised to even, see that video of her, hanging out and going out and hanging out with him for his birthday or whatever. And honestly, I was looking at, the people that was, around her and all of that. To me, these type of people are sus to me, as to anybody could have put anything in her drink, or she could have been led to, indulge or whatever. It's just sus to me that I think that she's not being more careful with the choice of people she's allowing around her in her circle, who she's allowing herself to be around. She's inserting herself to be around. I think all of that, she should question all of that, because all of that is suspect to me,
Yeah.
and even the behavior. And that the first thing she wants to do is to run on her social media platform and let everybody know what happened before you take care of your business, girl, behind the scenes. Get your mouth fixed, get your nose done, like do what you got to do to work on you first. I see it being problematic with her behavior. You guys are right about that. Things that has been spiraling and constantly happening with her is definitely problematic. And I think that Tamar needs to be in some consistent therapy. She needs to fall back, concentrate on, if anything, just her music. Because when I saw her here 2 months ago, she gave an awesome show. She was an awesome, rare voice, beautiful voice and all. And I was like, okay. And then she made this statement on stage about, everybody was coming at me talking about how I need to just shut the F up and sing, and this is what I'm doing, y'all. And then now we got this. I'm like, girl, come on now. Make it make sense, because it ain't making sense right now. It's looking like it's looking sus with like what you aligning yourself with out here. So I would definitely say it's problematic. The behavior of hers is problematic, and who she's aligning and asserting herself with. She needs to be careful with that, because at these clubs, they can easily, you got your drink in your hand and you up there dancing and you don't know what's going on, and they can easily slip something in your drink.
Right. Was she at a gay club? What type of club was it?
I don't know if it was a gay club or not.
Okay.
They named the club too, but I don't know if it's a gay club. It's a club in Atlanta, but if she was with Funky Diva, more than likely it may have been. So.
And it's Atlanta. Atlanta is known to be very shady, because didn't she get robbed? Like her car got robbed in Atlanta?
Yeah, her car got broken into. Like, she's really been having like the worst of luck. And honestly, it's like, Tamar, girl, fall back and think, say, what's going on? What am I doing? She claims to be so spiritual or religious or whatever. Girl, you gotta get that together spiritually within you. Something's going on there. You toiling and fighting with something, honey. And it seemed like, that the bad luck bug or demonic forces or something is on you, girl. But you really better get it together, or she's lucky to even be here, y'all. Like, because if she has any type of drugs in her system, for her to have lost mobility, number one, what make me think is possibly she has drugs in her system is the loss of mobility and the loss of memory. Those are the things that those type of date drugs and things like that make you feel and make you lose your memory. You don't know what happened the night before. Yeah.
And she posts Proverbs 31 right after, almost like she's telling us something. It's like something is spiritual going on.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she's changed from this. She's going to be a different person. But you know what? She always played that same pattern. I'm going to be a different person. It's going to be me. It's like a transition. I'm rebirth. I'm renewed. They always do it. Cardi B, I'm rebirth. It's the dead me and all this and all that. It's like,
See, that's the thing. I'm sick of them using religion and God and all of that stuff as an excuse, and then they go and repeat the same thing. To me, that's hypocritical, and it's just an oxymoron, and it's just all kinds of wrong when you continuously do that over and over. And then the first thing they want to say out of their mouth, well, God say forgive 7 times 7. Like, stop it, because a lot of times God ain't got nothing to do with you doing. That's all you. It ain't got nothing to do with God. That's all you. Get it together. And that's what it seems like to be is going on with Tamar. Like, she's battling with something, something inside her, some demons and spiritual warfare things that's going on with her. And she needs to see that and realize that. Look at the spiral of her life in the last few years that has happened. You would have thought that those sisters would have really got their shit together after they lost Tracy. And Tracy, actually, to me, in my humble opinion, was the best sister of them all. But she was the sister that was the scapegoat out of all those sisters, how they did her.
I think that Tamar definitely is caught up in the addictive life pattern that is, very toxic and dangerous, and something else is going on there. And, we've seen other celebrities or other, I'm thinking, I don't want to to Tamar, but I thought about Anna Nicole Smith at the end of her life. It was such a spiral. I used to watch her show a lot, and that's why I called in because it's just like, she looked beautiful in that video, but all that blood and all that stuff, and I'm just worried next year it's gonna be another drama, and I don't want it to be her last drama. To be honest with you, I really don't. So I'm hoping that somebody takes control and know that you don't have to be a drug addict. You don't have to be an alcoholic, which I don't think she is. She looks, she always looks very lucid in most of her videos and stuff. You can actually be addicted to drama or to destruction and still need that kind of, intervention somehow where people can get around you and protect your life. Because of all the sisters, she seems to be one on the edge right now.
Yeah, it seems like
spiraling.
And it also seemed like she has a spirit of jealousy on her, like she's always competing with other people. Like she wants to be the queen, she wants attention, and she tries to outdo and try to be connected with this person and trying to be down. Now I'm surprised that she will ask for Dr. Heavenly's information to get a dentist. I would think that she have her own dentist and doctors privately that she would go through. I mean,
Right.
Dr. Heavenly, she could be a great dentist, but I think she gossips a lot, and they are human as well, and that she's associated with so many messy people and she's messy herself. I would not
Well,
dream.
maybe that's why she put it out there. Maybe that's why Kmart went on ahead and put it out there because Funky said he woke up to a text from her saying, "Hey, can I have Dr. Heavenly's number?" And maybe she needs a specialty cosmetic type of surgery, I'm sure, to put veneers in, because if 4 of her teeth was knocked out, now those are her last of her Mohegan teeth. Those are her adult teeth. She ain't gonna grow no more teeth. So she probably gonna have to get some veneers or some kind of a bridge or something, veneer types to replace those 4 teeth. Was it in the front? Was it in the side? Was it in the front and side? Like, we don't know. 4 teeth is a big gap in your mouth. So I can see her wanting some great plastic surgery, dental work done.
And it's something too. They always praying, didn't her other best friend, get teeth knocked out by Krishan Rock James, right?
James.
Like they all got their teeth knocked out, and these are some prayer warriors. Something they not doing right. Something is off. Okay. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. It's always something with Tamar and the bunch. And
Yes.
you know what else? I also heard this. I didn't talk about it, but since OG brung it up, I may as well just bring it back up too. First of all, I didn't. I guess I forgot that Tamar and Funky Diva fell out. You got to remind me, what did they fell out for? And then I remember when Funky and Claudia Jordan, they fell out. Now I do remember that because I covered that. But they said recently Funky Diva made amends to Claudia and he wants to redo the show. I don't know if she's going to go for it or not, but it looks like he and all of them, they fall out, they get back together, they fall out, they get back together. I question.
Oh, now can I say this, OG? So now that is Funky's. That is now. You see, we talked about Tamar's pattern. That's Funky's pattern. He has this very toxic way of dealing with Black women. He, maybe I don't think that his relationships he's always wrong, but I think a lot of times the way he interacts with them, it's very wrong. And even people he don't know. It was a woman. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. Excuse me, Love in Huntsville. I don't watch it, but some woman over there, God bless her, she passed away. The way he talked about that woman after she died was horrific. So he's on an apology tour. Every Black woman he knows at one point he apologizes to because the way he deals with them. So I just think that I don't know, but Miss OG, you can tell us what you was saying.
No, I agree. I agree. I hope Claudia don't be wooed back into that mess, because after that went down between her and Al and Funky, and the disparaging things he even said then. But Funky and Tamar fell out about when she did the interview with Nene. I guess she had Funky Diva waiting on her for like 3 hours or something, and he got teed off about that, and they fell out about that, right? And he said some stuff about her, she said some stuff about him, and then I was surprised. Next thing you know, now you see them partying together. I'm like, okay, really? But again, I don't understand some women have some black women have a need to want to constantly cling on to people that really don't like them. And for him to say the disparaging things he said about black women, because it's like every time he get mad, he go, don't nobody want to be like y'all, because we get what our friends, and we talk about y'all. Like, okay, really? Okay, so like, I'm done with you. You know what I mean? Some of the things that he has said about black women, to be a black man that come from a black mother and all of that, again, that's like the Shannon Sharps of the world. It's men like that I can't rock with them, because he already know if anybody said anything particularly about anybody from the LGBTQIA plus community, they be talking about cancel them. But he feel like he could say whatever he want to say about black women and get away with it, and it's okay. And black women study over there. Please love us, Funky. Please, like, miss me with it. I cannot.
Mm-hmm. Woo, I tell you, the conclusion of this, I know you guys asking, was she drugged? That is not to be confirmed. She says she doesn't even know what happened to her. She said her friend found her full of blood,
Mhm.
her face, her nose was fractured. She's reaching out to Dr. Heavenly to fix her teeth because they all fell out, a lot of them. And I guess she's going to have to get surgery because you guys know she loves cosmetic surgery, and she got some work done. And I guess now that work that she got done is messed up. So now she got to get some more work done on top of that. So I don't know how that's going to work because I don't know. I don't look at her, to be honest with you, but is her nose small already? Like, is
Yeah.
it stuff?
When I saw her 2 months ago, maybe it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it enough cartilage there? They're going to have to take some ribs somewhere else to try to fix that nose. If she had to redo that nose, I mean, that's really.
Now, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
I definitely.
So you trying to say that Tamar going to have to get a Michael Jackson special?
No. I'm saying that she definitely gonna have to get the nose reconstructed again. Because everybody know that Tamar had a kind of like wide nose before she got that surgery. But when I saw her 2 months ago, it really looked good. I will give it to her. She didn't overdo it or none of that. But in order to get it back looking and to be able to heal like it had healed after her surgery, she's gonna have to probably have it reconstructed again, I'm sure.
Mm, wow.
People keep saying that Funky kept saying that lady. I did not see
He
Funky. I didn't watch it. So was
he
that kind of shady, OG, when he said that?
It was messy because he was like, I don't know what happened to that lady. I'm like, what? It was like very like shade, like low key shade, like low key. He was trying to like deflect and remove himself from the situation by addressing her by that lady. It's almost, yeah, it's like you trying to low key shade it. Like, I don't know about that woman or that lady. He was saying that. I don't know what happened to that lady, and I know y'all gonna think what y'all want to think, but this is the kicker for me. After all of that, and knowing all of that happened to somebody that's you supposed to kiss and made up friends with, not one time, y'all, did he say, I'm gonna pray for her, y'all. Let's pray for her. I know I'm gonna check on her, see how she doing, you guys. I don't know what happened. I went home and I don't know what happened to that lady. It was that for me. It wasn't no concern behind it. If this is a person that is a friend of yours, if y'all fell out, because I fallen out with my BFF before, but we be like, girl, we'll be okay. We know we okay. We gonna get back together and it's all good and gravy. But if ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna talk like that and then don't say, y'all, let's pray for her. I don't know. I'm gonna check and see how she doing, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Okay, she texted you. You said that. You let everybody knew that. But not one time did you care or act like you cared about concern of her well-being after she told you she woke up in a pool of blood with 4 teeth knocked out and a fractured nose.
Right.
Like, what we doing?
Right.
No. I said, girl, girl, are you okay? Are you all right? Where you at? You in the hospital? What? You need anything? Like, none of that. None of that.
It sounds like she's lonely, OG. For her to come up here to say it, it seems like she needs love. She needs someone to care, because if she has friends like Funky Diva that don't care behind the scenes, no wonder why she came out and told the whole world so fast, so quick.
Yeah, you know what? You right, Messy. I think a part of her is lonely. I think a part of her is overdoing it with trying to need the acceptance for friends, but she getting it from the wrong ones. The ones that are not meaning her any good is not good for her. She's toxic enough in and of it as herself in her own. She needs to get with people that can tell her the damn truth, keep her grounded, right? Keep her balanced, and they have a bunch of yes people around them all the time. That's the problem. But
Okay,
Funky was
so yeah, so not to joke, but I was you made a point. So I was going to say she's addicted to people. She's addicted to people. To
like,
I'm sorry, to yes people
people,
around her. Because
people,
we see every time now. I really don't think that the sisters hate each other. I think that sometimes they have a toxic relationship. I watched this show for years, but every time they honest about the way she was and they sisterhood or as a parent or whatever it is, it's just honest stuff. Sisters say she makes such a feud out of it with her own sisters. So at a certain point, I think that we have family members that make a mountain out of molehill. You love them, but you don't really deal with them on a daily basis. You may not call them every week, and I think that, like y'all was saying, maybe at this point, people just are simply tired of her and tired of the fact that they can't say anything without it being so exhausting. And she has made that kind of house, that house of pain that she's in. And she's gonna have to get down in this healing part and say, you know what? I got yes people around me, and if something's going wrong, they too scared to tell me. So I'm getting hurt. Things is happening to me. I'm surrounded by people who don't have my best interest, who will call me. I didn't watch the show. Will call me the lady when I'm over here, totally destroyed physically. I need to really say apologize and mean it with the people who are real with me, instead of being around yes people all the time. She's addicted to yes people.
and I see that a lot in the entertainment business. I've seen it a lot. The yes people are the ones that go, just kind of the go along, get along game. They go with the flow. But you know why? Because they want that check. And if that means let me watch you, make a total fool of yourself. Let me watch you drink and drug yourself into oblivion. If it means that, as long as I'm getting my check, and then I'm gonna provide and get you whatever you need, and I'm gonna say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, to whatever you want, and I'm not gonna check you when you're wrong, and I'm not gonna tell you that that's effed up what you doing and what you did and this and that and the other. I see it all the time. You know why? Because they want that check. As long as
Yeah.
that check, they good to go with it.
And see, I wish that I'm absolutely not connecting Tamar to Diddy or to Matthew Perry. But if I was a celebrity and I saw these guys or any celebrity have yes people around me, and I'm doing things that are not socially acceptable or right in any way, but yet the people around me are just going along. Now you have one man who perished. You have another man that just was turned into a total monster, and nobody wanted to check him. Now she's over here not being a monster, but she's self-destructive. If I was her, I'd be like, maybe having yes people around me is not the best thing. It's the downfall of many singers and actors, Michael Jackson, Matthew Perry, some other people. They just go down. Now, again, these people, the people I'm mentioning, are not evil people, but I'm saying that I don't think she's evil too. But being yes people around you is very dangerous, and you can be doing things and be gone. As people are still investigating Matthew Perry, and there were people around him who knew what he was doing, but they didn't stop him.
Can I ask you guys a question? Do she like black women? What friends that are black that are celebrity that she hangs with are friends with hers that would know? The last person I know was she was hanging out with Nene and Wendy Williams. So you guys remember that trio? But
Mhm.
that fell apart and they start had issues with each other.
You
I
know
know
what?
her and
That's why
Wyatt
it's,
was
is she. I was going to say, is she still friends with Evelyn? Which Evelyn's not black. She's not black. I know she loves her.
yeah.
Only she did at one point.
Wyatt, I know her
I
too.
don't know who she's friend with, and maybe she's very.
Wyatt and her are friends, but shit, hell, Kiki Wyatt is toxic too. So there you have it.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
So
I
is
don't
Kiki
know.
Wyatt gonna come out and speak on her friend's behalf? OG, do you know anybody else that Tamar, black woman that she's associated with or really close to?
I don't know close to Nikki Gilbert, but I did hear Nikki Gilbert talking about her today on her platform. I'm not sure how, if they are friends or associates or not, but I thought her and at one time I thought her and Monifa was kind of cool. So I don't know. So we're gonna see, what black women are gonna come out and speak on it, or maybe go check on her or whatever and see how she's doing.
I'm not, yeah, I'm not sure if she's friends with Cynthia, but but her and Cynthia did a really good piece about something that I know about called fibroids. Because I guess some women have these issues inside of them, and it was on ABC. It was a special edition to their program. It was about 2 weeks ago, and they were sitting up there, and it was
Okay.
real. It was a really classy thing. The reporter there, who was a major reporter on ABC, did the piece, and they all talked about fibroids with the doctor. It was a wonderful piece. It was classy. It was no shade to it. It was nothing to it. She went into detail about her being anemic. I guess when you, not being too graphic, ladies. I guess when some ladies have bleed or
Side.
whatever,
Yeah.
yeah, it gets too heavy and they just become dizzy and anemic and have cramps. And so they went into detail about that. So that's why it's shocking, because in that piece, she looked at very informed. She was very friendly. She was very vulnerable. She talked about things that didn't show up on her reality show. And so to have this happen is like, well, damn, this was just a couple of days ago. She was on ABC, and it was a good piece. So she up there with Cynthia, who they seem to be cool and loving with each other. So
I think that a lot of them from the reality show are probably cordial and maybe associates, but it's hard to be friends with toxic people. If you notice some of the most toxic people that are friends are either friends with each other or they have no friends because they've ran away all the friends in their life. If you really pay attention to it, so most of the time it's either toxic people stick with other toxic people or toxic people don't have no friends because they run off all the good friends.
Mm. Well, I would think Tamar been in the industry for so long, she would have gotten a group of hardcore black women in the industry that had her back, that was sending her in the right path, that she can bond with and praise with. But it does not seem like that is it, does it? It
that's
doesn't
true.
seem like
You
it.
you know what?
That's
You made a good point,
hard.
because it's so funny. Miss Candy Burris, she's not one of my favorites, but I love her as a businesswoman and things she does. She's not one of my favorites, but Tamar seemed to have a problem with this woman. So when you said that, I'm thinking Candy's been in the industry about as long as she has, about as long as the Braxtons have, and she has about the same kind of connection, stuff like that. But you see, Candy has these long-lasting friendships in Atlanta. They call her the Queen of Atlanta because she's so connected with people down there. And so, in contrast, you have the Braxtons, who are, I guess, are a big family in Atlanta too. And yeah, she's had difficulty. So you'd be thinking, well, damn, why can't you be like Candy? And you're in the industry, you're a royal family of black music in Atlanta, and you are not doing the same thing that you see Candy do, or even oh my gosh, Chili does, with her connection and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that it's Tamar. She's the root to the problem.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't seem like a big, supporter of girls, or just have that core friends. There's no excuse why she should, have it. But I don't know. But I do know we do have to talk about Monique and Tyler Perry. And I'm dying to hear what you guys have to say about that. So I'm just going to switch gears and just to give you guys an update of what's going on. Monique, she did an interview with T.S. Madison, and she also talked about Tyler Perry have this God complex, and he has done her wrong. Okay. She says the lies that stole 12 years of her life. She said he went around lying about her. Monique says that Tyler Perry told a lie that had her blackballed in Hollywood, a lie that took 12 years from her career. She compared it to Harvey Weinstein. She says, silence create monsters, and she refused to be quiet about it. Okay. She said God complex associations. She says Tyler has a God complex, that he believes he doesn't have to fix what he's done. So he does horrible stuff, and he feel like he can just get away with it. He can do whatever he want to do. She said either you fix it in my life or you deal with it in death. So it sounds like she's cursing that man. She says he's going to deal with it spiritually as well. The public shame, a lot of people, they didn't like Monique talking bad about Tyler Perry. Monique says that Lee Daniel fixed it, and that's what she wants Tyler to do. She says he publicly apologized on stage and they move forward. She wants the same from Tyler Perry because he publicly shamed her. Her words, "You cost my family millions." I mean, millions. She also admitted that Tyler does nice things, tipping folks $3,000, $400,000 for somebody else's house. But she called it out as a cover up. She said, all that is a cover up. She says, you can't buy off the universe when you destroyed a Black woman's career. Monique reminded us that Tyler Perry himself is on tape saying what he did to her was wrong and he would fix it. That was in 2016. When Boo came out, she says, and we're in 2025, no apology, no resolution, just silence. And that seems like to be a pattern with Tyler Perry. He came out at Angie Stone's funeral. He said he was going to get revenge for her, and yet we have heard nothing. I will play you guys some of the clips so you guys can see it yourself. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here at this YouTube channel. So I'm going to bring it up right here. Just give me 1 second. All right, here we go.
12. And I know that you work for that man. But as I told you before, and I'm going to say it again, until he fixes it, I will not stop, because that's how the monster is created. We're too afraid. We're too scared. We're too fearful that you're going to take something from me. So I'm just not going to say anything. Harvey Weinstein is where? He's in jail. Now, that's been going on for decades. But everybody said, let it go. Don't say nothing, which allowed that man to do more damage to women over the decades. As long as I can help it, I'm saying, Tyler Perry, you will not do this to another, as long as I can help it, because you told a lie. And you feel like you have the gut. How you deal with the lie? Complex. So I ain't got to fix it. Either you'll fix it in life or you'll be dealt with in death. It's totally up to you. But I'm not going nowhere. Oprah, I'm not going anywhere until y'all take accountability and fix it. Y'all messed with my livelihood, which messes with my family. Never would I do that to anyone. So until they fix it, I won't back down.
Well, let me ask you, what does fixing it look like to you?
You see what Lee Daniels did?
Mm-hmm.
That man walked out on that stage publicly. See, you publicly shamed me. You publicly shamed me. So now you have to publicly fix it. Tyler Perry, you cost my family millions and millions and millions of dollars. And it is a beautiful thing when you tip somebody $3,000. It's a beautiful thing when you give somebody $400,000 because their house burned down. Those are good deeds. However, you know what you did to a Black woman named Monique. So all of that, the universe is watching and saying, complex, so I ain't got to fix it. Okay, we see what you're trying to do, but you can't fool us. And I don't believe I'm the only one. Of course not. You don't do that to somebody and it be your first time. You don't, because you're too comfortable in doing it. You cost my family millions.
So
all right. OG, what are your thoughts? Let's go with you first.
Ooh, Lord, see this one, oh girl, you getting everybody I even met or either work for. I work for Monique in Vegas.
Tell us about it.
I had a great experience. Monique was a sweetheart, and I worked backstage on her comedy show, and she and I shared a moment. We really did. And I thanked her for speaking up for all the other Black women that had been silenced in the industry and experienced that, right? And so I will say this. I understand. I'm not mad at Monique at all, because she is 100% right in the cover up or the shade that or the veil that the Tyler Perrys, the Oprah Winfreys, and the Ellen DeGeneres, I like to call them communal narcissists. They the type of narcissists that do all the good deeds, all out in the open for the world to see, but they do some of the most heinous things behind the scenes that people don't even know about. But they have silenced so many people where they won't talk about it, because it's like, okay, everybody see them as this good person doing all this good in the world, but behind the scenes, they really are not the best people, right? So I definitely stand with Monique on that. And I can't tell that lady that she can't keep fighting and won this. I can say this: people like the Oprahs that and then Tylers that got the God complexes, she's not gonna get an apology from them. She ain't gonna get it. And I understand her plight to want to keep fighting for what's right and keep calling them out on it. But because they have the God complex, they're not gonna apologize. And she right. They'll get it when they dead and gone. But not. I just don't believe that's gonna happen. They're not gonna be like Lee Daniels, that did what he did to her publicly and then apologized to her publicly. And she's right. If you throw crap on me publicly, you need to fix it publicly. You need to clean me up publicly, right? So I understand her plight in that, and I understand her fight in that, and I understand her saying she will no longer be silent when people do her wrong. She gonna call them out on their BS, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. I can't be mad at that, and I can't tell that woman to be quiet and shut up because it's been these many years of that many years, because they did cost that woman millions of dollars by making phone calls and telling people not to work with her. She lost a lot movie opportunities, and we're talking about a Black woman that won an Oscar. That the opportunity should have been knocking the doors down after she won that Oscar for Precious, because we all saw what it did for Halle Berry's career. But why Monique's was at a standstill? Y'all really think that they didn't have anything to do with that Tyler and Oprah didn't have anything to do with that? Because they absolutely did, y'all. That's how it go in the industry. I've been in it for 30 years and I've seen it. If you don't be a part of the go along, get along gang, yeah, they will out you, they will blacklist you, they will blackball you, they will drop little notes, little emails, make phone calls, have meetings to tell people don't work with you, don't put them on this project, don't do this and that. She's absolutely 100% right. And when you get as big as the Tyler Perrys of the world, the Oprahs of the world, the Ella Generous, but you see now slowly things are starting to come out about these people. So everybody ain't lying on these people. So at what point, and I agree with, and I'm not saying it's just because of my experience with Monique and she's a nice person. I'm saying this because it's right. It's the right thing to say and it's the right thing to do. And I can't tell her how to fight and how long to fight because I didn't experience that. That didn't happen to me. That happened to her and her family. And when you talk about legacy and generational wealth, they stopped that for that woman for 12 years. They stopped her bag. So that's what I'll have to say about that.
All right, Mel, your thoughts about that? What do you have to say?
Well, you know what? I think, I'm a person who believes at a certain point you gotta let things go. Because at one hand, well, first off, I stopped recently following Monique. I don't know if it's changed. After she called Roseanne her sister. And Roseanne, if people don't remember, is out here dragging the Black community, the Black women, just dragging people going crazy, doing all type of mocking things on her social media for Trump and this, that, just a lot of stuff, a lot of crap, the lady's crazy. And Monique called this woman her sister. So that's where she lost me. I'm like, wait a minute, Monique has questionable associations with people who I think is abominable. And because you've had this bad business interaction with these Black creators, and I don't think that they're right. I believe that they were definitely being political and doing, shady business. But for me personally, I would love if she not only dragged, she's dragging Oprah and them, she can drag also the white people too. Drag Roseanne. Roseanne deserved the dragging for 20 years for what she's done. So that's where it gets me. We see on her social media and her shows, at least, again, I don't follow that way she's dragging black people. Monique, she's dragging people who she said, quote unquote, has done her wrong or quote unquote has done wrong in the industry. Well, Roseanne is one of the people that she called her sister, and this woman is abominable. So that's where she loses me. Now, people may say, well, Roseanne didn't do her wrong, but she's done the black community wrong. She's done them absolutely abominable, calling people all type of animals and things like that. So I think in one of her interviews, she said, well, you know, sometimes, Roseanne, you know, people don't understand you because you're unfiltered. I am too. We're sisters. Girl, wait a minute now. No, Monique, you losing me on that one. And also I want to say this too, Gigi. Last year there was a movie. It's a good movie called The Brutalists. And these guys, they won an Oscar. They got up on the stage and they told the whole world, we won an Oscar. Our movie made 10 millions or whatever it is, and we're broke. These are two white guys that said we're broke. Now, what I'm saying is Hollywood, whether you're black, white, straight, gay, whatever it is, they have this unfair system, even into 2024, where you have to promote these movies that you are writing for, acting in, whether you're a dad, whether you're a mom, whether you're sick, whatever, you kind of have to do that. And if you can't do it, they require you to be quiet about it. And what happened with Monique was that she said, if I remember, she said, I'm a mom, I'm a new mom, and I did my work, and I want to just go to the award ceremonies, and I don't really want to go out there and be promoting, this, that, and the other stuff during this time. This should be my prerogative, what she's right about. But in the industry for the last 60 years, that has been the protocol, whether you're white, black, or whatever. Now, I will say what Taraji said, as far as the money that black people get, that definitely needs to be screamed to the mountaintops. But the way that they do it, as far as promoting the movies during the award season, it is the way for everybody up into 2024, where these guys won an Oscar. People don't look it up. The Brutalists, these two Oscar-winning writers, they got on the stage. I never forget it, and they complained, "We just won this Oscar, but we are broke." They told the audience that because their producers and people had them basically getting the Monique treatment. These two white guys, that they kind of got them out there saying, okay, even though you're broke, we're not paying you. And you got to keep on promoting this movie, promoting it. That was another point. They did it on their own dime, Gigi. They didn't get no money from the studios. That's the kind of the hazing part to it. And that's just, I don't know, but as far as the money that black people get, that's a whole separate conversation. But as far as that hazing process of promoting these projects, during the award season, that's kind of universal. So then Monique didn't understand that. She didn't understand why I'm being hazed during this award season. I'm a mom. I want to just sort of get back. And I think that the way that Tyler Perry and other people handled that, when they was getting calls from their producers and from their investors about where's the star at? Monique is a star of this film. We need her everywhere. And they were doing things that were uncomfortable and that were that she didn't feel comfortable with, and I validate that. I totally validate that. But that's the way it goes. But I've just made this point. But yeah, 2024, these guys came up there and said, I'm broke, won an Oscar, I'm traveling around the country by myself, and the studios are not paying me. It's still happening now, Monique, and to white people, to these other people too. So it just wasn't her. It just wasn't her.
Can I address something? Because yes. I think this is where it gets a little bit convoluted, right? When people say, oh, it's been 12 years, she need to move on. Y'all, she have moved on. Just because she's speaking up and saying she's going to keep speaking don't mean she haven't moved on. She has moved on. She's done movies. She's worked with Lee Daniels. She's worked with 50 Cent. She did her production. She did her Netflix. She has moved on. So I think y'all, it's get convoluted when y'all say she just needs to move on. It's been 12 years. The woman has moved on. She's working. She's actually being active. But because she's still speaking on it, you all thinking she has not moved on. You can actually still say you want a recompense for something and still move on with your life. It's just like the same situation when you hear the people talk about reparations. Y'all just need to move on for that. Y'all ain't gonna get it, this and that, any other. Y'all just fighting for something y'all ain't gonna get. Y'all just sitting there waiting on the government to give y'all something. No, they ain't. Life is still going on for people. People are still moving on, working, doing this and that, and doing what they have to do. They have moved on. She's not at this place where she's not moved on and did anything because she's still speaking on it. And I think that that's where the conversation gets convoluted, where people think because she's still speaking, she hasn't moved on. She has moved on.
So you know what I think, for me, I'm not sure what people say in the chat, but for me, I think of it almost like a man divorced, a wife, excuse me, a woman left a husband. A woman leaves her husband. She leaves, and he didn't feel like it was right or whatever it was, and he talks about his wife, even though she's moved on and done other things. He talks about his wife every chance he gets. He talks about how dirty she was, that how she did him wrong and all this kind of stuff. And now, mind you, he's dating, he's doing his own stuff, but every time he talks about her, he has bitterness, or he has this need for her to apologize for her kind of doing the things that she done. And I would tell that man, listen, brother, listen. At the end of the day, the woman moved on. She left you. You didn't think it was right or whatever it was. I'm not saying she was right about her actions, but it's time for you to stop talking about it, because I believe words are powerful. And the more I talk about my enemy, the more power they have over me. So I'm not going to be sitting around 12 years or 20 years later talking about somebody who did me wrong all these years. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. It's just like it's not. No, it's too much energy to that. Because there were at one point, OG, there was a point, I think a couple of years ago, where she was screaming before she was on the stage with Cat Williams, where she was calling everybody every B word, every C word, every word. I'm like, wait a minute, damn, what the? Oh no, like, and she was even with Cat Williams at the time. She just was up there just yelling and screaming. I'm like, well, oh my gosh. So I don't know. I think that she.
I mean, it was times definitely. Yeah, I think she has worked out the emotion part of that, right? Where she went through the anger, she went through, the sadness of it. She probably got depressed about it, not being able to work, for all those years and having opportunities go out her door. So I understand that part of it, right? It's like we have to allow ourselves to go through the emotion of things, just like when you break up, when you grieve, and when you lose a loved one. It's the same thing. It's a process of that we have to go through. Those are called emotions. We all have them depending on what's going on in our life. I think that she definitely have worked through that part of it, and I have seen her move on. I know for a fact, as far as her career, she's moved on. But as far as, yes, like I said, I cannot be the one to tell the woman that she need to move on from something because it didn't affect me in the way that obviously it affected her, right? So that's what I'm.
And I feel you. And you know what I would say to you, because I did close this out. I swear again, because I feel like I'm in a nice mood tonight. Because I know that maybe it's the moon. You know what I would tell both you ladies at the end of the day, again, for Monique, even though I don't agree with, I really don't care that much about the Tyler Perry and all of them. It's more like her connection with people who Roseanne and other people, like, girl, you out here drag her too. But I really want Monique to win. How about that? I really do want her to win. And for me, I would love for her to be the woman who I fell in love with at one point. I'm not in love with her now, with the Parkers, and with that, just sort of this loving kind of. That's kind of who I want back. And I haven't seen her for over 20 years. And that's probably why I'm like, girl, just please put it down, be funny, be the woman I love. But she's not, and I have to get over it. At the end point, she's not coming back. She's not gonna be the Miss Parker that I fell in love with, and that's okay.
All right. I want to say thank you to this YouTuber for supporting this channel and supporting us, Party Crashers. So let's give a big old thank you to AT2 donating $10. Now he says Monique did promote the movie during its independence release. Okay. The movie was later picked up by Tyler Perry and Oprah. In the contract, she was done promoting the movie. They wanted her to still promote it, and I believe they wanted her to do it for free. And I don't think she wanted to do that. It went against her morals and values. All right. And if I was her, just giving my take on the situation, I understand all sides, but I do remember as well, Oprah betrayed her in the worst way. And this is supposed to be the leader. Oprah is like the leader of the Black celebrity. This is my big sister. This is the girl that is going to help me to success. She's at the top of the world. She's going to carry me. And I'm reminded when some dark stuff happened to Monique with her family, and she told
Mhm.
Oprah, please do not have them on your show. Don't give them a platform. Don't let them allow them to put those lies. I am your friend. It's going to hurt me. Don't do it. And guess what? She did it anyway. She
Mhm.
did it anyway. And also, Oprah, she has so much power and influence over the boys, okay? Over Tyler Perry. I mean, that's like her son, honestly. That's her son. And I don't know her relationship with Lee Daniels that much, but I know that Oprah and Tyler are thick as thieves, and they are like in a gang type of situation. They're going to always have each other back. So if Oprah don't like someone like Monique, and I guess Oprah and these titans, they feel like, hey, if we push you around, if we shade you, if we betray you, girl, get over it, okay? You should be thankful you're next to me. You should be thankful you're still associated with me because I can make you or I can break you. All right. And that's what they tried to do to Monique for 12 years. They tried to break her. And most people, they don't survive. I mean, we have heard so many celebrities that have taken their stuff out of here, that have went to drugs, that did so much, and we don't even know their stories because they never had the strength or the courage to tell it. But Monique does. And this is part of her truth. This is part of her power. And it's her story. So she wants to continue to speak truth to power, to let you guys know what the Titans did to her because she expected them to carry her. She expected them to be like father and mother figure in the industry because they claimed their presentation is, we got y'all back. We love y'all. Everybody get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. We all get covered. And to have that and to know they did one of their own like that, it's just like an echo of the machine, of the elite. And I won't even go down that rabbit hole because I know some of you guys don't like me go there, so I won't go there. But I can't blame someone for continue to speak their truth when something so traumatic happened to them. It's her testimony, if you will. Now, I understand that people don't want her to talk about it because they love Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is like the god of entertainment. You know, my granny loves him. Well, rest in peace. My granny did love him. Sorry, not her. I didn't mean to misgender. My granny did love him when she was alive, but my family loves Tyler Perry Productions. When the stuff hit with these boys coming out and these men coming out about the essay against Tyler Perry, my family like, I don't want to hear that shit. They wanted it. They're very protective of Tyler Perry because Tyler Perry is their brother. Tyler Perry is their son. Tyler Perry is their family member. They have grown up on Tyler Perry. So for this woman to continue to expose their uncle that touched the boys and that brings all the gifts, it's like, don't do that. We love him, protect him, so I see that and I hear it, but I also understand this Black girl isolated by herself, got duped, got betrayed for so many years, and nobody even cared. She had to pull herself through to come up. She had to do that. And Tyler Perry, you heard the audio. He even stated that he was wrong. Why did he say that if he's not wrong? So I get all sides, I think.
Well, no, can I say this too? So
Can you hear me, Messi?
So I was gonna say this.
And I think if Monique and her husband would not have recorded that, we would have never known the truth about him admitting to the lie. And everybody would have thought that she just crazy. She just being a hater. She just bitter. She just this. She just that. But then we hear the recording and we still, saying the same thing. And it's so funny because one of the granddaughters of the Jacksons just did an interview And the Jackson family is still talking about Oprah and what they did and how they did Michael, after he was dead. And ain't nobody saying to them, well, that was years ago. Y'all still talking about that and get over it. They still speaking out about how Oprah did Michael and how Oprah turned on their family. They're still doing interviews speaking about it. So you know what I mean? We have to.
So I was gonna say, so I don't like the way Oprah did Iyanla Vanzant either. That's a whole other story too. So the thing is, I don't think Oprah and Tyler Perry from those victims that he dealing with now, I don't think those people. And now mind you, what we talked about was the Oscar, thing that she was talking about. That's what I was focused on. As far as these professionals and they lifestyles and all they dirty dealings and all that. No, we could be up for 6 hours talking about Oprah and Tyler Perry, what I feel about them. But I do get tired of, that Oscar debacle. But you said something, Gigi, about that interview. Now that was classic Oprah to basically take the gloves off with a black woman in that way to shock her. I'm with you with that. Absolutely. I totally so, but you know what? Can I say this? I didn't see that in T.S. Madison. You know what? Oprah, did she say that there? Because when she talks about Oprah and her, when she talks about Oprah individually and that and her trauma with her family, how she exploited her, I'm with her with that. But when it comes to the business side, and I'm blackballed in the business because I didn't promote, that's why I focused on it. I didn't focus on these. I'm not saying that Oprah was right with exposing her, and I don't think I love Miss Iyanla. I actually, I didn't work with her, but I kind of knew her a little bit. And I didn't like the way she did hers. And mind you, Oprah supported Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil, but they over there kissing Trump ass right now. So I'm definitely not an Oprah fan. I just don't want, Miss Monique. I just like, girl, no, I don't want to talk about the Oscar thing. But if you want to talk about your trauma and, how people did you wrong as far as your personal life and that interview, I can maybe watch that if I feel like it, but I don't know.
Right. I think it overlaps. I think it's layers. I mean, it keeps on stacking and stacking. When all this negative stuff is coming from the same person you thought was a sister, you thought was a mother. I mean, that has to really just grind your gears that you trusted this person and they have failed you for many years and tried to break you through silence. And now you have the courage to speak, then
Mhm.
speak. Because so many people, Mel, they don't. They cower it up and they just don't have the courage and they just don't want to fight. And they're afraid of people like you that would say, oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing it. Just
They
get
afraid of
over it.
me?
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
Oh my
jeez,
God, you keep on
not
complaining.
me.
Okay, 12 years of you not working and you could have been destroyed and you could have been taken out and it messes with your mental health. Who
Mhm.
cares? But yeah, we're talking about protect black people and we love black people, but this black woman was hurt. And
Okay.
this is the one that you guys will say, this is my sister. I love when you make us laugh. I love when you do this. I love when you do that. But this is part of her,
So, so I have one question. So I hear you. So then maybe my brain don't work. So this part of my brain doesn't work on a certain part with this. I have one question. So what do we say? That's what because I love solutions. What would we say would be the end goal for Miss Monique? Now I think we know she ain't getting no apology from Oprah. I mean, we ain't getting that. We not getting none of that. So what do we tell our sister Monique going forward? I mean, because I can rock with that. Like, is there a plan going forward till the day she died? She in every interview, this is what she's gonna do. Or I don't know. Like, she's not going to get anything from it. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what we tell her.
I don't
What's
think I don't think you tell her anything. I just think you just give her a hug and say, we're here for you now. And we're so proud of you, Monique. We're so proud that you didn't break. We're so proud that you're telling your story. We're so proud that you still have the strength to talk truth to power because we know so many don't, Monique. So it's not that she wants you to do anything. She just wants you to listen. It's a testimony. It is a testimony, like the ladies do in church. We get up there and we tell a testimony. Sometimes, I don't know if you have family stories. They tell family stories every holiday. It's the same story. It's just a testimony. I
Okay.
don't think that she wants you guys to go off or to not like him or turn his stuff off. She's
Well, I
just
don't like Tyler Perry. I don't watch his stuff. But all right, yeah. Listen, you know what? Okay, I will. Yeah, they're not going to say anything. But if Monique needs us to listen to her until for the next 50 years about this topic, then because you said it, let's do it.
oh, you're so sweet. But it's just a touch. She's just telling her story about what happened. And remember, it's an interview and they're asking her.
I know, I know, I
So
know.
she's bringing it up. She's bringing up everything because this is her story. And guess what, Mel? If it wasn't for Oprah and Tyler Perry doing her dirty, this story wouldn't even exist. It wouldn't even exist in 12 years, Mel. That is a long time to silence someone, to take them off the shelves when you know how talented Monique is. You said it yourself. You miss her. She was so talented. She was so full of light, but they took that light. They took that light from her. She's not the same. She had to transition from that terrible situation. When things happen like that to you, it changes you, Mel. It really does.
Hmm.
All right. So,
Misty. Yeah.
all right. So, I also wanted to talk about Wendy Williams. OG, I don't know what happened to OG. Hopefully, she'll come back up. But the thing, she just fell off. But I want to give you guys know what's going on with Wendy. I heard, and I have the audio too. She actually said out of her mouth that people do want to take her life away. And they've been trying to take her life away from years, you know? And that's frightening, and that's why it's scary to be those type of celebrities where people hate you so much they want to take you out if they can see you. If they get access to you, they can take you out. But we know that Wendy, she's into gossip, she tells stories, some's true, some maybe, who knows, and it will cause people to have a reaction, but I don't justify none of it. But here it is. Wendy Williams, flat out, she said it, you guys. I'll put it up here in a minute. Somebody out there wants to kill me. That's what she said. And she cannot leave her building unless her bodyguard is with her. Could you imagine, Mel? You can't go anywhere without your bodyguard. Could you imagine living life like that?
No, I can't.
I mean, that sucks to always have to look around the corner to keep your head. I mean, I stay keeping my toes on P toes, like a ballerina. I say keep going to the
I
gas
know
station.
you do. Yes,
My
yes.
head is on a swivel. My head is on a swivel because crime is high and they're
Mhm.
always looking. But then to have another layer that you're a celebrity and you talk and you expose people that don't want to be exposed, that is a different layer of fear, you know?
Mhm.
So she says she has to have that bodyguard with her. She said that's how serious it gotten, and I'm sure she have tons of threats that we don't even know about. She said death threats, confession. Wendy openly admitted she knows there are people who want her dead. She wasn't guessing. She said, I already know that. This wasn't gossip. This wasn't speculation. This was Wendy speaking her truth in real time, living in fear. She says she can't step outside her building, Mel, unless her bodyguard escorts her. That's not a diva behavior, okay? That is survival mode. She is on survival mode 24/7. She said, listen to me, almost like she wanted us to hear the urgency in her voice. All right, the isolation. But here, let me pull this up because I know you guys like pull the video up. We want to see. Let's get the likes up. Are you guys enjoying the show? If you guys enjoying the show, let me know. Press 2. Let you guys know. I will be going live and my guests. Hopefully, Mel will come more often. Hopefully, OG come more often. Every single day, I will be going live. So make sure you look for us, the Messy Sweet Spot. You know. All right. So
I'll be back, but I need to email you. I've been wanting to catch up with you. I got to email
okay,
you again.
that's great. All right. So here it is. Let me go here. She's talking to Rick Ross' baby mother. I believe her name is Tia. Check this out.
Wednesday.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. Can you extend it until? All right, put it this way. I won't even ask you that. Listen, I have the dates, and if you're going to write this down.
Yeah, and I'll come back up here personally just to see you, Wendy. I promise. Or I can extend my dates. I can stay. If you want me to stay till Friday, I'll do that. If I can see you on Friday, I won't leave.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'll stay till Friday and I'll leave Saturday. I'll call my manager right now to change everything.
Okay, now here's the deal, right? And I've had a bodyguard, most of my life. I had it for the 14 years I was doing my show. Like I always have a bodyguard when I'm going out to eat, depending on the restaurant and who I'm with. Like not always, but and now all the time, because I need you here in New York. But they somewhere out there's somebody who wants to kill you. You know that.
Yeah, I already know that. You know how I move, Wendy. Trust me.
Please.
So,
please,
yeah, we're going to have all of that orchestrated. We'll be safe. It'll be safe. We'll be somewhere secluded. Nobody will know or anything.
No. Listen to me. I can't leave this building unless my bodyguard. But listen. But, somewhere out.
I don't know about you guys, but I would not trust Tia Camp. Wendy sounds like she wants to be private. How are you being private by exposing this conversation? That's
Yeah,
like an oxymoron to me. But Mel, what are your thoughts?
yeah. That lady was very messy to be recording her, and she didn't look like she was taking it seriously. She was smiling and cheesing and I don't know. She just was a little,
Clout,
little.
clout
Yeah,
chasing.
absolutely. Yeah, Wendy sounds paranoid. I think that's something. Maybe she does have the information. I know. Basically in her history, there would have been times with musical artists. I think Total at one point was going to physically jump her, and I know not Wendy, Whitney Houston's ex lover. That she came out, so they wanted to jump her at one point too. So yeah, people definitely wanted to shut her up at one point when she was reporting. So maybe all these years later, she still feels that her enemies, and she does have them. I mean, that's not even paranoia. It's true. She's told a lot of stories that were responsible for a lot of what we get on YouTube right now. And she feels like I'm vulnerable. I'm losing money. I'm in this, what is a nursing home or some kind of home that she's in. And I don't think my enemies care that I'm having these struggles and I'm vulnerable and they want to take me down. I think that's very, that's very, it might be true. It might be very true.
I think it's very true, but it's telling that she doesn't, you know what, Mel, in this recent years, I've seen Wendy Williams associate herself with people I would never think. I'm like, this is Wendy. Like, what are you doing with that person? Like, what are you doing talking to them and that and that? But I think over the years, she has gotten vulnerable where she needs that connection. So she decides to associate herself with people like Tia. And Tia, she's not taking it serious. She's literally clout chasing. She's recording it, put it out like, look, you guys, guess who I'm talking to? And yeah, she's talking about something serious. She's not even listening. She's like, yeah. Wendy is trying to tell her something serious that means something to her. She's like, it's going to be secluded. Child, we already know y'all linking up. Hell, you're linking up. Okay. So I don't know if Wendy know that she was going to put this out there. I don't know if she cares about that. But one thing I do know, if you're going to be secretive, and you don't want a radar on you, the last thing you do is tell people who you're linking up with and who you're associated with or who you're even friends with. Okay. Okay. Especially out here in the public because they're always looking to get you out of here. And then with the government and with the new AI and the new computers and technologies, I mean, they're going to know exactly where you are and they're going to get something done if they want to, dealing with the big machine and the government and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, that's true. Listen, yeah, she. I think that is true. I think it's true. I think that what was interesting is that I want to know how are random people getting her number, like really calling her. I'm not sure if they looking up online or maybe they calling the facility and maybe somebody there being messy, giving out the number to, bloggers or personalities. Because that's just it is weird that all these random people are getting her number. I do see her with her producer. I forget the producer's name, whatever, but her and her husband on social media, I follow their social media, and they have good dinners and they seem to have a good time because they seem to respect her. But yeah, these calls with these sort of clout chasers from Zeus and wherever else these people come from, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
well, I think that, when you're at top and you fall, and I think Wendy has fallen due to her health,
Mhm.
you want to have that access to power and you feel like you need to get in with people that are popular to get that type of access because you feel kind of lost. And I think that she don't know who to trust. She trusts in this blogger, she's in pants with this one. And then when you allow yourself to be that accessible, and then these people are very competitive, they're very jealous. So when one celebrity or reality star or blogger see you with the next blogger, oh, that bitch thinks she all that. Why she with that motherfucker? All right, I'm gonna set her at. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. They're very competitive. On
Mhm.
the outsides, they want to give this illusion. We're all together. We're all big friends, just like Jay Z and Diddy. Just it's full of illusions. Okay, but behind the scenes, they can't stand each other. You know.
I believe
So
that. That's for
you're
sure.
making yourself so accessible to different people because you don't know who to trust and which one you need to connect with really. You're going to end up having that type of stuff that happens to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, just like we said about Tamar, hopefully Miss Wendy, I don't know. Hopefully she gets some better friends around her or something that where she can.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to
I
happen.
mean,
Okay.
we have seen a history from the documentary. Do you remember that movie that came out and she had all those people around Wendy and they were doing Wendy wrong? That was years ago, Mel, and it's still happening today. It's not going to change. Some things just don't change. And that she's going to get real people around her that really loves her. Mel, she married her enemy, Mel. I mean, Mel, her son was the one that had caused her demise. Mel, this is her pattern. Just accept it.
Okay. I guess you know what tonight I'm going to accept what you tell me. That's what we're going to do.
I mean, did I lie, Mel?
No, you didn't lie. No, no, no. Yeah. So okay, that's it. That's the story. God bless you, Miss Wendy, and accept your fate. I guess that's what we're saying right now.
I mean, we know we want to be. You want to be hopeful,
I
right?
do. Yeah.
You want to hope that one day she will know true friendship. She will know true love. One day I hope she'll find a man that really, really loves her for her. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we can be hopeful.
I
We
hope.
pray about it.
Yes.
Yeah. We pray that she have good friends around her one day. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
I agree. Well, this was fun. It's almost 2 o'clock here in New York City.
Wow. Yeah.
I got to drop down, but I will be back. I haven't been over here in a little while, and
I know.
I'm gonna catch up with you. But this was great. I'm gonna let you close out your show. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, Mel. Thank you so much for coming up. I really appreciate you. All right. All right, you guys. How you guys doing? Did you guys enjoy the show? If you did, press 5. All right. So yeah, we're changing things up, you guys know. So hopefully we can get back to this type of commentary on here where we're just speaking raw, truthful, and if I glitch a little bit, girl, just act like you ain't see it, okay? If I'm glitching, don't act. You better not say nothing about it, okay? All right. So, comment anything that you guys have to say. Feel free to say it in the comment section. I'm just going to take this time to talk to my supporters about whatever we talked about life. Life has been lifing for so many people, including myself. So yeah, I'm glad that you guys are all here. Thank you, Unique, for donating, I believe, 10 memberships. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. All right. So shout out from South Africa. How's it going over there? How's it going over there in South Africa, baby? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I tell you what, you guys know Apple is about to come out with its new phone, Apple 17. So I decide to upgrade my old Apple phone, okay, to a new phone because they did a promotion. Do you guys ever do those promotions? They were like, listen, we'll give you $800 if you upgrade, trade your phone in. All right. I said, okay, you can take my phone. I'm going to update me a phone, honey. Okay. So I changed my plan. Girl, do you know they took off my Apple Music? I called them today. I said, hold up. I didn't see that. I didn't tell y'all to take out my Apple Music. What's going on here? Okay. I got my whole playlist I depend on. All right. So they was like, okay, ma'am, we'll change it for you. Don't worry. I'm with Verizon. I shouldn't tell y'all that I'm with AT&T. Who cares? I ain't gonna tell you. Listen, there are crafters everywhere. There's scammers looking at me. They find out who you got phone service with, and honey, they do some do. They real crafty. They real crafty with the computers and stuff. And they'll find your information and try to do something to you, girl. I'm paranoid. Well, anyway, I called them and they said, well, don't worry about it. We're going to put that back on you. You're going to get the Apple Music play. Don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. I call easy breezy. And something in my head said, you better ask if it's a pay. And then something in my other head said, why you always got to go there? The man said that he was going to put it on your thing. Don't worry about it. And then my other brain said, no, you better worry about it. You ask why it doesn't hurt to ask him, are you charging me to putting Apple Music play on my plan? So I asked him, I said, are you charging me? He said, oh, yes, ma'am. It's $10. I said, oh, I said, no. I didn't pay last time. And then he said, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I get it for free. Don't worry about it. Give me a minute. You see that shit? Baby, I'm so happy I got a mouth and I'm going to speak up. If I have a complaint, I'm going to really speak up. I have, my stepfather and some men, I really don't have an issue with this with women, but men, they cannot stand when I complain. When we go out and my food is not cooked right, okay, if it's too cold or whatever, I'm going to complain. I want to reorder. Myself, I like, please, I just pay for it. Please don't complain. Oh my goodness, there you go again complaining. No. Okay, you're going to get it right. I want some good service, all right? But a lot of guys, they don't like complaining. They I'm like, you're going to eat. See, that's the problem that I have too. Listen, well, at McDonald's, I always tell them that I want my stuff cooked to order. You got to do it. Ain't that sad? You got to tell people you want your stuff cooked to order in order to get fresh food. I think y'all should already just do fresh food and good customer service. But no, you got to ask them, can you please have it cooked to order, cooked to fresh? Girl, I got into it with one McDonald's before because they was like, the fries was cold. I said, no, these fries are cold. I want my money back. They was like, you're not getting your refund. I said, why not? I said, they cold. I don't want them. They said, well, you should have asked to have it extra cooked fresh. I said, I didn't know I had to do that. I would think that you guys would just cook it fresh. But honey, I have adapted. So every time I go to McDonald's, I always tell them cook my stuff, order the fresh, everything. The burgers, cook it fresh. The chicken, cook everything. I gotta have it cooked fresh, man. Okay, I don't play no games with them. But I feel like, if more people complain, say for instance, the car in front of me, their French fries was cold. If they complain, then you know what? They're going to be like, you know what? Customers are complaining about these fries. Let's just make them all hot. But because you don't complain in front of me and you drive away eating that cold fry, you drive away eating that messed up burger, they're going to serve me that cold fry and that messed up burger. And I'm going to have to be the bad guy today, okay? Because I'm going to say something. I'm not going to eat no cold fries. I'm not going to eat no messed up burger. No. And then I had this one brother. I told you it's always the brothers I be having issues with when it comes to me complaining. He's like, why are you acting like that at McDonald's? What, you think you at a 5-star restaurant? Your expectation, you expected too much from McDonald's. I said, no, I'm not. I'm spending my hard-earned money up here. When I was growing up, people that worked at McDonald's, it was a stepping stone. They learned how to deal with people. They learned how to deal with customer service. They dressed a certain way. They were nice. They were polite, But nowadays, honey, girl, I remember one time I was pulling up at McDonald's, right? The people in front of me, she got out her car, knocking on that window, knock, 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 knock. And then the girl and the McDonald's, they start arguing back and forth. And then she said, oh, I'm the wrong one to play with. And I was in the back of the line at the other window. And I told that man, I said, run me my refund. I got to go. And then he gonna act like he ain't hear me. I said, man, you heard what I said. I want my refund. I got to go. He was like, well, why you got to go? I said, you see what's going on in front of me. Don't act dumb. People get killed all day at McDonald's and these restaurants. I don't got time for that. I want to go. I'm feeling uncomfortable. Y'all can't work right because of the food. It's just too much. And then what if I got to complain? Because if it ain't right, I'm going to complain. I just don't want to deal with the energy. So, honey, they got the manager. Okay. They talking about some, you want a refund, ma'am? Yes. I want that goddamn refund. Give my money. Okay. Well, we need your card. Now, mind you, when I go to McDonald's, I get the points. I don't know about y'all, but I get my points. So y'all get your points. Listen, when I go to Panda Express, give me my points. When I go to McDonald's, give me my points. When I go to Taco Bell, give me my points. I have it set up on my phone where I'm getting my points. Cause I love to eat. When I go places, I want discounts. Okay. Cause I want free food eventually. So, when you have the McDonald's thing on your phone, I never use my card. I'll just scan my phone or whatever, right? I just tell them the code. The McDonald's like, what's your code? I tell my number, and it's easy breezy. I love it. I love it. Technology is so phenomenal. I love technology. I love the new. I've always been a fan of the future and the new and the new stuff like that, right? I can adapt. I'm good at adapting to the new. So, honey, I get up there. They was like, where your card at? Thank God I have my wallet, because usually I may not have my wallet. So I was like, well, then the lady gonna tell me, oh, you gonna have to call in and get your refund because you did it through the app. What? I'm not calling nobody to get my refund. You want me to drive away, then call McDonald's, say, hey, give my money, okay? So they was like, well, you need your card. I was like, well, honey, I went through my purse. I got my card. They hit me with that refund. I said, okay, we good then. We good. Don't play with me. I want my money. I want my refund and have it away. Hell yeah. Okay. Shit. What y'all say? Be careful, Gigi. I'm gonna try to be careful. Ooh, and if I glitch, don't worry about it, honey. You know I'll fix it up later. You see at McDonald's video on this platform, they always fight. Yeah, but you know what? I can't stand it. But I'm still gonna go to McDonald's. You know, I love going to McDonald's. I grew up on McDonald's, y'all. Okay, I remember going to McDonald's when I was 3 or 4 or 5 years old, getting a Happy Meal, getting a toy. Uh, Press one if you grew up on McDonald's. You know, McDonald's, that's tradition, baby. Okay. McDonald's is tradition. I know it's horrible food. It's my choice. Okay. It's my choice. I'm not commenting on a horrible D y'all taking. You know what I mean? Let's not talk about that. Okay, so if I want to put McDonald's fries in my throat, that's my choice. That's what I'm going to choose to do. And I don't want to hear it. Some of y'all want to tell me, oh, I got some nasty stuff at McDonald's. Keep it. I don't want to hear it. Just like you don't want to hear about your man, I don't want to hear about McDonald's. I don't. Because I still want to eat it. And I don't want you to tell me something that's going to make me not want to eat McDonald's. You ain't going to cook my fries. Is you going to cook my fries? And you not. So leave me alone. That's how I feel about that. Hell. Okay. X lives in Texas. He was truly blessed by God under. Okay. So tomorrow, what are some topics that you guys want me to cover? And what are some topics that you saw today that you wished I would have covered? Comment. I want to know. Random said, I'm sure you saw that video of the customers going behind to fix that. Okay, Random. I saw that video, but I skipped through it, girl. Please don't tell me nothing nasty. And Random, were they black? Why is always our people doing some stuff like that? Ooh, that was nasty. And you know what else, Random? Can we talk about that? I just feel like it is a crying shame for our people to do that type of stuff at McDonald's and customer service, especially the young ones. Because I'm thinking you're young and you're disrespecting elders at McDonald's. You got a nasty attitude, you know. Who is raising y'all? Who is raising y'all? Because when I was young, we went to McDonald's, but we had our head right. You know, we didn't talk to anybody type of way. We took pride in how we dressed, how we conducted ourselves. Even if we was having a bad day, life was hard for us back then, but you would never know it. You would never know it. Hell, y'all think just because y'all pop up an attitude that people are supposed to bow down to you because you mad today? I don't want to know your problems. I don't want to know you signed up to work this job. Now work it. That don't got nothing to do with me. And I don't want to feel it either. You know? Whew, honey, it's the times. Oh, can I show y'all some other videos? Letitia said, Yep, I always ask for fresh out the grease. Hello, fresh out the grease. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I love that, fresh out the grease. And watch to make sure if it's not re-dipped in the grease. I can taste it. I can taste old grease. You sure right? Because some would dip them and to make them hot, and that makes them greasy and upsets your stomach. You right. And you know what, Miss T? If I ever need some French fries, I want you to go and get me some French fries. The reason why I say that, back to the brothers. I asked this brother to go bring me some food, girl. And honey, they just accept anything. They don't make sure my French fries is hot and fresh. They don't make sure my stuff is right. I said, man, you didn't check the food? You always check the food before you leave. These brothers, they so lazy, girl. They just want to give me something. Check this stuff. I said, well, you're going to have to go back and get my right order. It is right. I told them what you wanted, but it ain't right. You got to make sure. You know, they so lazy and they just accept anything. I cannot stand a brother should just accept anything. It just accept any type of food. Don't care. Don't want to complain. Just going to eat it. You going to eat it? I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. No, I'm not. All right, so I got 2 videos I want to show you guys, okay? I'll put them on my channels. You guys know I have like 5 different other channels that I'm just starting back doing, and promise you I'm going to be consistent this time, okay? All right, so I put 2 videos up recently, and I would love to share them with y'all because it's like hot gossip. All right, so let me bring this one up here. All right, so this is on the breakdown play channel. Now on this channel, I used to do AI reaction videos, but I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm just gonna be doing some random stuff. Girl, check this out. This girl, she's going viral. It says woman exposes the #1 sign of DL men dating in 2025. So let's hear what she got to say. Okay, check this out.
My mama always told me if a man is back to back to back with different women, he's gay. And my mama always told me if a man is back to back with different women, he's gay. He's going to like men at the end of the day. My mama always told me this because some of my homeboys, they be in the triple digits.
Ooh, girl, not the triple digits. You know, that's like 100 partners or plus. So I guess her homeboys are gay. They are saying in 2025, that is the telltale sign is when a man keep going with this woman and that woman and that. He have so many different variety of women that he really don't want to be with women. It's actually a cover up. That is what they're saying. This video went viral and everybody agrees with it. What do y'all got to say about that? To all these men that got 10 baby mamas, this applies to them, okay? This applies to them, okay? And you guys know rappers are notorious to having so many women bodies and entertainers and having so many baby mamas, all right? But the thing is this, okay, if these men are getting all these women, who's sleeping with them? Women. Okay. So that's also telling if this man has 150 bodies, these women are not gatekeeping their kitty cat. They're not having discernment and they're allowing any freak off man to crawl in their womb. Okay. So, honey, both of the groups is crazy if you're asking me, honey. Okay. Man. You know what's so funny? You know, when I was growing up, I didn't think it was many gay men out there. I did not think gay men even exist. I know it's crazy. But when I was growing up, I told you guys all this before, but I grew up around straight people. Heterosexuals raised me, and the straight people that raised me and boxed me in where I couldn't see gay people. So when I was like in my teens and I start, seeing different stuff and going to different clubs, I started seeing and hearing different whispers. Girl, I was flabbergasted. I said, he gay? No way. He gay? He gay? Girl, it was like that for a good 3 or 4 years. But then I got over it and I was like, everybody gay. You just don't know about it, okay? I said gay men love kitty cat. Okay. I can't tell you how many gay men love kitty cat. They love both. But I guess people have it in mind, okay, you can either like kitty cat or you like D. You can't like both. That's a damn lie. If you have that in your head, that these men that don't like both, that these men ain't going double dipping, you are crazy. They will have some D in their mouth, and later on that night they get in some cat and they want some cat and they want to eat some cat. Okay. Yeah. Woo, girl. It's a lot out here in these streets though. All right. All right. I see you, April. I'm going to bring you up, girl. I want to see what else you guys saying. I got another video I got to show you guys too. Okay. She said, yes, it's been lifting. It doesn't make him gay or straight or bisexual. Well, okay. I'm not going to argue with that. I had a cousin and I have friends who were both gay men and women up, with knocking women up. Yeah. Yep. Okay, bring April up. Hey, April, how's it going?
Hey, Gigi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad to hear you.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, okay. Is it okay? Can I tell you the story about the McDonald's things? About the McDonald's things?
Oh my goodness. Are you trying to get me to not eat McDonald's?
No. I love McDonald's myself, but I wanted to know, did you hear about this? You heard about that on the news? This lady at our hometown in Michigan, Finity Muhammad, she stabbed her manager 15
Oh
times.
my goodness. Okay, yeah, I heard about that. That was a while ago. That girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They said she snapped, right? Did
yeah,
she snap?
yeah,
Did she crash?
yeah, yeah. And guess what, Gigi? Did you know they opened up the next day too? They didn't even investigate nothing.
Well, you know what? These are the times where they're not investigating anything. These are the times where a lot of people are going to get away with murking people. I'm sorry to say it, but the police, they're all about control and power and silencing people now. I think that the crime that's going on, they don't even care about it. I really think so. So it's crazy out here in these streets nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, but what my thought is was that I feel like they should have wait for another month to stay closed till they investigate the whole thing. And
Yeah.
that's crazy too.
Yeah, her spirit is probably in that McDonald's too. You know, her spirit is
Yeah,
trapped in that
yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah, but my thing is too, Gigi, one of her ex co-workers, Finney Muhammad was living in Virginia, and one of her ex co-workers at the Taco Bell exposed her, said that she tried to stab that manager at that Taco Bell, but luckily that manager is okay though.
Mm. Mental illness is real. She should have been off the streets. And I think
Right?
more people need to be off the streets. These people are unhinged and they don't care about life. For you to do that to anybody, you don't care about life. You don't. She does not value life because she's emotionally unstable. She was having a bad day or she felt some type of way. Go and check yourself into rehab and they're not going to do it. So
Hmm.
eventually they're going to sign a law. I heard they already signed a law where you don't need to. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where they can sign you into asylum and they don't need your permission to get signed in if the doctor sees you to be unfit. I don't know exactly what it was, but a law just passed. And I think they're going to continue to do that because we have to get these streets together. Because when I tell you the end times, that's why I created that YouTube channel, The End Times. Thank you so much, April. I love you so much. I'm going to drop you down right now. I got to show you guys this other video, and it brings me over. It's a YouTube channel that I had. I renamed it. You guys know I'm always renaming, elevating, and I called it The End Times, the Street Editions. And when I tell you that's what we're living in. So this video is of a girl, a woman, and this could be your daughter, y'all. This could be your daughter. It could be your niece. It could be you. Who knows? She is screaming. She is scared. She's running, asking for help. This man is following her, gonna do God knows what. Who knows? But check this out. I want you guys to check it out. You know, Lacey? Hold on, let me bring it up. I thought I was showing it to you guys. Check this out. Here we go. All right, here we got the visual. You know, Lacey? Stop!
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like.
You know, Lacey? Stop!
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like.
Who is he? I don't know. He's been following me since JR. Push, what up? No, he's been following me since 60 seconds. Call the police. Women can't even walk down the street without being haunted. The world has become a battlefield for women. And the truth is, it's only getting worse. These ain't safe times no more, y'all. The end times are here, and women are carrying the weight of it all. Look around, y'all. Kidnapping, stalking, trafficking, assault. It's like a war has been braced on women. Okay, honey, and this video is proof. The streets are not safe. The nights are not even safe. And sometimes even a broad daylight is just not safe.
You know, Lacey?
We can't answer the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
It's not my mom. Lacey! Huh? This guy's following me, Lacey. Who is he? I don't know. He's been following me since. JR!
Boss, what up?
He's been following me since I've been calling you. JR, just coming out. Call the police. He's in his car? No, he's been following me since 62nd. Call the police.
Family, this video just went viral and it shook me to my core. A woman is on camera running for her life, looking over her shoulder. You can hear her voice trembling in fear. He's been following me. Call the police. You can hear the fear in every breath. And I need y'all to understand, this is not just a clip, y'all. This is a glimpse into today's we are living in. Women can't even walk down the street without being haunted. The world has become a battlefield for women. And the truth is, it's only getting worse. These ain't safe times no more, y'all. The end times are here, and women are carrying the weight of it all. Look around, y'all. Kidnapping. All right. Yeah, so that's crazy and it's very dangerous. So I pray for her. I pray for every woman out there. You know, right now, some woman is getting taken out or stalked or something nefarious. And I fear with this administration and the things that are going forward, it's just going to get worse. You know, so we need an outlet. We need to be able to talk about these things because eventually we're not even going to have that. You know, they're going to take that away from us too. You know, so I just want to give you guys notes. Yep, you're right. Whether it's either women or bio or trans women, it ain't safe. You're right, it's not. I was gonna do a video. I don't know if you guys heard about this trans woman in Detroit. I don't know if I can bring it up. Maybe I can try to see if I can bring it up. Give me 1 second. Since you brung that up and all different type of women, did you guys hear about an 18-year-old boy, a man? He went into this district where I guess trans women, you know, sell stuff, you know, they're working girls, as they say. And he gave her some money for a service. And once she got finished with the service, I guess he realized that she was trans, and then that's when he took her life. So now he is not going to get away with it, and they're going to charge him with murder, you know. So good thing for that, because back in the day, you know, guys like that would have easily gotten away with doing that, you know. This happened, I believe, earlier this year or in this summer. Let me see if I can bring it up. Transgender Detroit. Let me see if it comes up. Let me see if I can filter it with today. They just did an update. I think this is it. This is it right here. All right. I'm gonna be the next. Uh-oh, this is a commercial. Sorry about that. I gotta bypass the commercial. Oh, sorry about that. It's a commercial. All right. Here we go.
Strangling a transgender woman to death and stealing her money and her cell phone, then leaving her body in an alley behind a laundromat.
It's a case that has some neighbors and LGBTQ advocates speaking out. Local 4's Demand Fernandez joins us now with more. Demand.
Well, that fatal assault happened on Woodward near 6 Mile. You know, it's an area many neighbors say is known by people looking for sex workers, including those identifying as transgender. Now, the criminal charges in this case have some advocates opening up about an often unspoken reality. It's the tragedy behind this laundromat near Palmer Park.
The allegations here, quite simply, they're unacceptable.
A Black transgender woman beaten and strangled to death in this alley back in June. And now this week, investigators announcing they're charging 18-year-old Malik Fales in connection to that murder.
They're dangerous to the highest degree, and they're hideous.
During his court appearance, prosecutors allege the teen paid the victim, 28-year-old Christine Hayes, to perform a sex act in the alleyway. Prosecutors say once completed, things took a violent turn.
Allegedly finding out that the victim identified as a transgender. And as a direct result of that, we have this defendant who allegedly ended up choking that individual to death.
Obviously, we are all heartbroken and devastated.
Brendan Bell is Associate Director of Programs and Services with Affirmations Community Center. Bell says violent assaults on members of the transgender community is a reality happening far too often.
I don't know a single trans or non-binary person, both that I know in my life personally, or that I work with on a day-to-day basis, that isn't terrified right now.
Bell says there are several factors at play among trans community members, including bullying and rejection, other realities leading to high-risk behavior, and there's often fear reporting incidents to police.
And so when we look at incidents of violence, specifically towards the trans community, we see it disproportionately.
All right. So there he is, 18 years old, just ruined his whole life, took out a transgender. It couldn't be, it shouldn't be. You know, clearly he was into transgender. He went in that area looking for those type of services. And I guess, you know, sometimes when guys get involved with trans women or even, you know, prostitutes, after they, you know what, they become righteous. And you're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. And you made me do it. And they feel like they need to take that person out and they have no respect for life. And it shouldn't have never happened. And I guess it goes with education. People need to be more educated at a younger age about different things and awareness, you know? And to know it's not okay to take anybody's life out. And people are asking, is this my same girl? You know it's your same girl. Hell, okay. No, you know it's your same girl. You know me. I'm always going to change up, baby. Okay. I'm always going to be ahead of the curve. You know, I'm always going to be at the head of the times. You know, I have to adapt to 2025. So this is how we come, baby. And I hope that you just enjoy the ride with me. I hope y'all support me and love me and up, you know, do all the things. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yes. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get on out of here. I enjoy myself. Thank you, OG. Thank you, April. Thank you, Mel, New York City, representing. And I will see you guys on the next live stream, which is tomorrow, every single day. I don't miss a day. So you better subscribe here because I don't miss a day, baby. All right. Yes.